Do you ever feel like manifestation is just another thing on your to-do list that you don't have time for? Like your spiritual practice is something that you have to do? Honestly, you're not alone because I felt that way too. Something that's really changed my relationship with manifestation is blending it into my lifestyle so that no matter what I'm doing, I'm also manifesting. I call this manifestation as a lifestyle, and it's single handedly made the entire manifestation journey more enjoyable for me. And I've seen my desires show up with a lot more ease. Manifesting as a lifestyle has made manifestation go from feeling like a task to something I just naturally do because it's who I am. If you'd like to learn more about this, I've created a step by step guide for you. I'll link it in my show notes so you can check it out.
Everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Affirmation Addict podcast. On today's episode, I'm going to be explaining how you can actually choose what you want your energy to be like. A lot of the times we forget that our energy is our choice. So today I'll walk you through a process to bring your energy back to yourself, as well as different scenarios to do this exercise in. So I hope you enjoy this episode, and welcome back once again. Hi everyone, my name is Pyle Agrawal, and I want to welcome you to the Affirmation Addict podcast. Affirmations have changed my life, and now it is my mission to help you use them to change yours by using affirmations every day to manifest things your way. My goal is to make affirmations attainable and accessible to every single person, including you, because you have the ability to take control and create your reality. So come with me on my journey and let's see what we can manifest together. Hi everybody, and Happy New Year. I know I have not recorded a podcast since the new year, and before I get started, I just wanted to explain the reason for my delay. Basically, if you're following me on Instagram, which is at Affirmation Addict, you know that I have been experiencing a couple of unexpected things in my personal life, but they are teaching me so many lessons, and eventually I will share everything with you. As you know, I share everything with all of you guys, so just thank you for being patient with me, and I have been craving to get back on the mic and create some podcasts, but I needed to heal, my family needed to heal, so I am here now, and today I really wanted to talk about the fact that our energy is our choice. I have been getting so many DMs lately with the question about how do I stop myself from getting affected if my boss is being rude to me, or how do I stop myself from getting affected when my boyfriend makes me upset and does something I don't like. Basically, how do we stop ourselves from getting affected by other people, right? And whether it's another person or another situation that you're experiencing, and even if it does hurt you, you still have control over your vibration and your feelings, because the really important thing about your feeling and your vibration is whatever vibration you're emitting, whatever feeling you're feeling, you're going to bring more of that back into your life. So take a second to think about that. Do you, when you get upset, are you normally in a bad mood? Probably. I am too. I'm definitely really guilty of that. So when we are in a bad mood, we're just bringing more of that energy back into our life. And that's why it's really important to try and control our emotions, no matter what situation we're in, because it's important to feel those feelings, but it's also important to be aware that we have control over our feelings. It's not like there is a scenario book where if my boyfriend is rude to me, I'm going to feel this way. There's no written rules, right? Your feelings are always your choice. If somebody compliments you, you don't have to feel shy or embarrassed. You have the choice to be like, yeah, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that, and feel good. It's okay to feel good if someone gives you a compliment. You know, like you don't have to feel like the shy and the, oh no, stop it. Like you don't have to do those things. You have full rights and full ability to feel what you want to feel. And a lot of the times that's forgotten. And that's really important to remember, because the way we feel is what we're attracting more of. And naturally, it's when we feel good, everything is great, but we're not always in control of the things people say to us or the things that happen in our life. We're not always in control of that, because this world is a world with billions of people. So all of those energies are always interacting. And so this is my favorite little trick on how to control and bring your energy back to yourself, because it's very easy to be empathetic. A lot of us really absorb a lot of people's energies, and we really take on the energies other people are emitting. And sometimes you don't want to do that. I know a lot of people who are really, really draining and really exhausting and complain all the time. And I notice when I spend more time with them, I get like that, and I hate it. Like, I hate when I do that. And the thing I do to control that is this technique we call, and I'm saying we because it's really commonly known, which is called cutting the cord. And this kind of goes, and I'll go into it and I'll explain how to do it. But this goes into the idea that every single one of us, we are all energetically connected. That is the laws of the world. Like, that's scientific laws that all of us are energetically connected. And it's nothing religious, nothing even spiritual. These are quantum physics, that everything has energy and energy is always connected. So basically, when you're in a conversation with someone, or when you're thinking of someone, or when you're interacting with someone, you're creating and reinforcing the energetic bond between the two of you. So I don't know why I keep bringing up this boyfriend scenario. Maybe that's the most kind of common thing I get, is that my husband's making me so upset, or my wife, which is awful, by the way. Like, I really don't wish that upon you. But I do get a lot of those questions. So in this scenario, imagine like a husband and a wife, and you're standing in your living room and you're arguing. So imagine that there's a cord between the two of you. Like, the husband and the wife are energetically connected, and that it's like a string attaching the two of you. That's the energetic cord. So that energetic cord, you're both feeding on each other's frequencies, and you're both absorbing one person and the other person's energetic frequencies. So say the husband is not upset at all, super happy, and say the wife is really, really upset and really mad. So both of those people are going to absorb the other person's energies, and both of them are going to be frustrated with the other person in this scenario. So if you want to stop absorbing that other person's that other person's energy, then what you do is you just cut the cord with them. It's literally like taking scissors and cutting that energetic string. And the way you can do that is close your eyes and just make a swiping motion from your forehead to your stomach, because this cord is connected from our belly buttons, like where our umbilical cords were. I know some people get freaked out, but that's the energetic cord, umbilical cords, which is from your belly button. So imagine that cord just being cut, and you're going to swipe your hand from your stomach to your belly button and just swipe it once in a downward motion. And while you're doing that, you say, I cut the cord with you. I give your energy back to you. I take my energy back to myself. And if you don't have, like, say you're at work and your boss is in a meeting and you don't have the ability to make a large swiping motion, that's fine. That motion is really just for our minds and us as day-to-day humans living normal lives to kind of really connect with the idea that we are cutting that energetic cord with that person. Even if you can't do that, you can make like a teeny swiping motion. I basically like clasp my hands in front of my stomach and like swipe downwards in front of my belly button, like covering my belly button almost. I know you can't see me. I'm trying my best to explain. But even if you can't do any sort of hand motions and you're frozen or something, you can in your mind just say, whoever's name it is, just be like, say it's George. Say, George, I cut the cord with you. I give your energy back to you, and I take my energy back to myself. Basically, this is cutting both of your energies in that moment. This doesn't mean that you hate the person. This doesn't mean that you wish poorly upon them. This basically is just in that moment cutting that energetic cord. And this works probably for like 5 to 10 minutes, which is normally all you need to kind of settle your temper down. And when you're in an argument, or whether you're upset or whatever it is, that's all you really need. But just keep in mind, these cords, the second you think about someone, you have reformed that cord. The second somebody comes into your mind, you're creating an energetic cord with them, even if they're not in the same room with you, even if they're across the world. We all have energetic cords. So you can practice this activity anywhere at any time, as many times as you want. Because the second you tell your brain, your body, your mind that you are cutting that cord with somebody who is not serving you right now, you are consciously telling yourself, hey, I'm not going to be affected by this person or by this situation, because we don't have control over every single person we're interacting with. And it's really, really important to remember that you have the ability to step back out of an argument or step out of an uncomfortable situation. You don't have to dive fully into that situation. So this does not only apply to romantic relationships. I have cut the cords with my friends, my parents, my brother, my boyfriend. I have cut the cord with followers. I have cut the cord with some of my readers who send me kind of naggy messages and are sometimes just taking a lot of my energy, and they mean so well and they need the help, but at that moment I can't give them that energy and it just feels like a drain to me. And it doesn't mean I don't hate them. I respond to their message a few days later, but in that moment my energy and their energy is just not jiving. So just take control. Like, you have full abilities to choose where you want to put your energy and to choose how you want to be affected. So this activity, which is called cutting the cord, I have used in work situations when my boss is trying to tell me something or is kind of being rude to me. I've used it even now with my new business. I've used it in the situation when I'm creating new projects and my ideas are just not aligning with somebody I'm working with. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to cut the cord right now and come back to this a little later. Rather than being affected and overthinking and crying and just becoming like an emotional mess, if you cut the cord with a person or even a situation, I cut the cord with situations like, for example, if there is something going on, like even in the world that's affecting me personally, I cut the cord from that situation because everything is connected, even objects, like everything does have energy. So you can cut the cord with something that's not serving you. It's a really, really powerful way for you to take your feelings back into your own hands. And another thing that this is really powerful for is protecting yourself. This is a really great way to protect your own energy, because it's really easy for us to give our love and give our support to so many people, but sometimes once you start giving that love, they start sucking it. They like suck it out of you. And that feeling you get when you're drained, when you're around somebody, even if they're your best friend, but sometimes they just drain you a lot. This is the perfect exercise, because this exercise does not result in hate. It doesn't mean you wish poorly upon them. It doesn't mean anything negative. It's just taking a pause for 5 minutes. That's it. And you can repeat it. I've repeated it. Sometimes I'm hanging out with some of my friends and I am just like, oh my God, I need to get out of here. But out of respect, I can't, or they're gossiping or something I don't like. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to keep cutting the cord. Like when I see old friends or family friends that might not be like completely in alignment with my favorite type of person, that's what I do, because you can't just escape and avoid every single thing in the world. Like, you're going to have to learn how to protect your energy in situations that you might not want to be in at that moment. And another thing to realize is when you're cutting the cord, just say, yes, I'm cutting the cord, but maybe something to think about is, why do I feel like I need to cut the cord? Because it's not like you're always in the right. I know it's in the wrong, but you're not always in the right. Like, you're not always right. Like, maybe there is a lesson to be learned. Maybe something that is frustrating you is being placed in front of you for a reason. So dig a little deeper. Why is this situation bothering you so much? Cutting the cord is a great quick fix, but if it keeps reoccurring, figure out why it keeps happening and what you need to learn, because there's so much more to it. So I hope this little trick was helpful for you guys. And if you need a visual, there is a visual on my Instagram story about cutting the cord. But honestly, all you do is close your eyes, and from your forehead to your stomach, you just make a swiping down motion, like a swift swiping down motion. And that's basically you like closing off your energy vortex to the other person. It's so powerful, so simple. And that's the thing with these affirmations and these spiritual tools and this holistic living. it's all so simple and so easy, and sometimes we only reach for it in those desperate situations. But if you can reach for these in even your day-to-day situations, like a friend who's gossiping or complaining about something too much, you can use it in those situations too. It doesn't have to be for really dramatic and traumatic experiences. This can be for something as little as your Starbucks barista being a little sassy to you and it bothered you, or someone cutting you off, or something so simple, and it doesn't have to be a really big thing. It can be any day, anytime, anywhere. So enjoy, and I hope you find this little tool helpful, and I just hope you remember that your energy is seriously always your choice. So whenever you're in the situation where you feel like you need to protect your energy a little bit and you need to be a little picky about how you feel and you don't know what to do, this is the first step. Cut the cord and then just reset and say, you know what? I'm choosing not to be affected by this. I am going to choose to still be positive. I'm going to be still loving. I'm going to still give joy and give kindness to people. You can genuinely just pick. Like, you can draw out of a hat what you want to feel. Like, your feelings are your choice. You don't have to feel the way you're supposed to feel, even in the scariest of situations, which is something I'm going to be talking about pretty soon, because that's something I'm personally going through, which is a really technically scary situation. But I'm not that scared, and I'm really proud of our family and my entire family for handling this so well, because it shows that, yeah, sometimes it's supposed to be super scary, but just because it's supposed to be scary, it doesn't mean it has to be. You can still choose to stride through situations with confidence and grace and love, rather than choosing the fear to rule you. Because the more you choose love, the more love you're going to get. No matter how scary or unknown the situation is, whenever you choose, you're always in control. So whenever you feel like you're not in control, just take a step back and remember you actually are in control no matter what, even if it doesn't feel like it. And I hope this little tip was helpful for you guys. And thank you for just spending some energy with me. For example, right now, we just created an energetic bond. We are connected by a cord. And so thank you for choosing to share your energy with me. And I just wish you a beautiful rest of your day. And if you did enjoy this episode and you start to use this trick, tag me on Instagram or leave a review and tell me what you think. Whatever works for you. I do love hearing how these episodes make you feel and how helpful they are. So anything helps, just so we can spread this knowledge, spread all of this information to more and more people. So thank you once again, and have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you super soon. Mwah! Bye-bye. That's all I have for you guys, and I just want to say thank you again for spending some time with me. I really hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, head over to my social media. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, or go to my website if you want to subscribe to my email list, which is affirmation-addict.com. I cannot wait to hear from you guys, and I will talk to you guys super soon. Have a good one, you guys. Bye!